All right, they've been
Bring it, baby. Here we go.
given the invitation to bring it. It's OTT Cell Blocks versus OTT Convicts. Parker throwing the Convicts. He runs out of the higher seed lane. He takes the first bag, puts it right where you'd expect.
Where he's been keeping it all day
long.
Don't count out that. I told you this is a guy we need to be starting to watch out for. You're going to be hearing his name a lot.
No question, no question.
And he does kind of look like Craig Irvin.
Kind of.
I can't believe you mentioned that, man. I mean, come on.
You'll never not see it now.
Parker just has one go off the back. Uncharacteristic.
Yeah. That only happened to him once in the frame game.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, and he could give up 5 to start this game, but we know he's not going to give up. And he does. Tyler with 4 bags right down that freeway.
Right down the center lane,
Yes,
right
sir.
there. Tyler Amos wearing that number 37 in the corny 40 right there in his pro jersey. Going to take those early 5 points and put them in the bank.
Parker's my age, 21 on his jersey.
Is that right? Yeah. Psychologically,
a lot of people out there don't know.
Psychologically, perhaps, yeah.
Nice bags by both guys. Both guys with excellent frame games to get here. And now Tyler's got one out of play.
Tyler threw a 142 to get here out of a potential 156. And as we've mentioned a number of times, that 153 that was thrown today by Doug Parker was really something to behold. Now, what's interesting, Craig Irvin was the only one who had a shot at this, our current king of cornhole, to throw that perfect 156 because his bag manufacturer that he was throwing the upstyle, there's another one off the back there by Parker, so he's going to give it up again. But upstage bags offered $1,000 bounty for anybody that threw a perfect 156. So had Craig Irvin been able to do that, he'd be collecting an extra check. But all bag manufacturers with the ACO are welcome to throw that bounty out there, but they've got to throw the perfect pitch 156.
There's a man right to our left right there. Let's talk him into doing it.
Oh, the OTT, you know me. He'll be out there.
Yeah.
He'll be out there eventually. I'm sure he's got OTT on OTT in this game. I'm sure one day he'll step up and offer that bounty, and he could be in trouble based on what we saw today.
Absolutely, because he's got some good throwers on his team now.
He might be paying it out a number of times. But that's okay. Guess what? That's great hype for your bag.
Yeah.
Last round here in the semifinal, it was 724 on 724 with Caleb and Riley.
That bag's becoming really popular, too. I mean, Maddie McBride is throwing that. Our women's champion.
Congratulations to Maddie, as a matter of fact, taking down Caitlin Ham 21-0 after putting her into the loser's bracket. Then Caitlin fights her way all the way back through just to run right into that buzzsaw. The queen seed holds the 21. Oh, boy. He went for it. Risk versus reward right there. But, Maddie McBride, our women's champion here at the Panama City Beach Major. How about Johnny Thomas, your nemesis, taking the seniors division over Gary Ferguson. The Shredder coming in third, Paul Schroeder. And in our juniors division, it was Isaac Hurt who ended up taking the juniors title from Brock Beasley. Austin Cameron coming in third.
Do we already have Hurt's name wrote on some of those checks when we get here? I'm just kind of curious.
I think he's just getting them pre-printed that way now.
They are taking them home everywhere I go.
Yeah, they are. Always showing up at the top of the list. These guys dialing in right around the hole. Slippery when dry.
Now, let's see, Parker. He had a chance the last frame going this way to get to.
Boy,
he didn't, and Thomas going after it.
He is just laser focused there. A little scuba bag there off the backside.
There we go, Parker.
Boy, I want you to watch, too. Next time they're down at this end where they just threw from, watch his eyes. Once he takes that first pitch, he never stops looking right exactly. And I think that's a big part of what I need to learn, that focus.
Yeah.
Is where on the board, I'm like bowling. You got to find that board that you're comfortable
That
hitting
little arrow.
and get to it every single time. And he does not take his eye literally off the board. Right now, one spot. Very economic in his motion.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more
We
animation to Tyler's bag, his pitch.
We first saw Tyler last year playing co-ed in Cedar Rapids we were there playing with Philly Rainier.
Yes, we did.
Man, I can remember. How do I remember all this, Finn?
I
I can't even remember what I had for breakfast sometimes, man, you know?
Yes, sir.
But I can remember who played and what town we were in. That's crazy.
And what's funny is you can remember that. I can't remember what happened earlier today on this court, and I was sitting here watching it, but I can remember the name of the person who played Mr. French in the old sitcom back in the day.
Now you're going to make me start trying to think about that.
Who played Mr.
I can't
French?
remember that now.
You don't remember? Sebastian Cabot?
That's it, Sebastian Cabot.
I know,
Absolutely.
and that's the nonsense I remember. I don't remember anything important. I remember that Sebastian Cabot played Mr. French.
What was the name of that show?
That's see, I can't
The Family Affair.
Family
right?
Affair,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's
Buffy,
it.
Jody, Bill, Mr. French.
A lot of people listening to us, Finn, has no clue what we're talking about.
Idea. This is the kind of thing that the kids are talking about these days. Yeah, network TV from the 70s.
Absolutely. That's all we could watch, too, because we didn't have all those channels, buddy.
Oh, these guys continue just to pound away at each other while we enjoy the show. It really
No, I'm
is.
not 21 either, by the way.
Oh, goodness. No, what's funny, we had 4 channels. We had 3, and then all of a sudden there was a 4th one on the UHF, I think, and everybody was so excited to have
nice.
Nice bag there by Parker to get it in there and sneak it in the left side.
And a good finish by Tyler.
Really nice right there. Really nice.
I've been looking forward to this matchup. These are 2 really good players, man.
2 really good players.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Parker's got a little work to do. He's got a 10-2 deficit to overcome right now, and we know he can do it. But that
he was down 16-4 to Austin Camp, 16-0 actually.
16-0 at one point. And you know, it's interesting too. You mentioned this. Tyler's sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's playing. Boom, he's up on you by 8.
Yeah, no, he really done anything
quiet.
flashy at all, man.
Very quiet in his approach, and he lands the bag really low on the board. Really, I mean, almost to the point where sometimes I wonder if it's going to miss down front. It doesn't even look like it's going to get to the front part of the board. Yeah, it's coming in low and hot.
Yeah, you're right. I just noticed that. That's the one that will catch the front of the board and move about 2 feet.
Yeah, but we saw Riley try to come in low and hot like that and catch the front of the board twice. But look at that. I mean, it's hitting below the logo.
It is.
Almost.
Good catch, man.
Yeah, very very good finish right there. The OTT team is
Ruth Kitchens over there with
pretty
the party
excited.
animal.
You're predicting that OTT wins this match?
Yeah, that dude is so smart. I think I'll go with that. I'm the predictor here. What are you talking about?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Our very own Karnak.
Yeah.
Some more 70s TV references for you.
Johnny Carson.
All right, so
think
Parker playing a little defense there.
I think that might have been on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
He's okay. He can get that bag. That bag's probably going to go with Tyler's bag, actually.
It's kind of funny to watch him go one way, then the other one's like, after you. No, after
There it
you.
is.
No, after you. No, after you.
And there it is, 4 bags. Now predict Tyler to do the exact same.
You think, is he going to have those 4th bag blues, the open board blues? No, he's not. Dials it right in. The soap is thrown in, and they got a wash going right there. So 10-4 remains the score here in what is a best of 3 on the center court here at Panama City Beach, the Lake Town Wharf. I'll tell you what, the service here just keeps getting better and better.
Matter of fact, we're going to make our job a little easier.
Yeah. To Jim Nance.
Yep, there you go.
To Jim Nance and Tony Romo, who probably weren't cracking cold beers
Yeah.
while they're doing the game. But
That's right. Wasn't having much fun as we were.
yeah, I don't think we're allowed to watch cornhole without having a beer.
No, I don't think so either. The problem is that can's so cold. I'm still freezing
Oh,
over here,
man. I'm going to tell you something. I'm about to say some Troy Aikman stuff to you here. And
Yeah,
I think you know
put
what
some
I
dresses
mean.
on.
You know what I mean. Come on, cancel me.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys, it's just.
I'm glad that I'm allowed to say pretty much what I want to say.
Well,
you know.
this is hypnotic. The way these guys have dialed this in, and Parker looked over. He heard us laughing. I hope he didn't think we were laughing at his game, but they're killing it. It's just like hypnosis.
It's like watching one of those seniors games that you're talking about.
It really is, and this is a best 2 or 3, and we're looking at what 10 on 4. We got a ways to go. Caleb Hurt took down Riley Brewster in our first semifinal in a best of 3, so he advances to the final. Hey, so here's a question, Frank Gears. If you want to grab a headset and you want to get on with us, let's. Philip asked a question that I think is absolutely worth pursuing with the man who would have the answers to this question. Let's see.
There you go.
You got to get that big.
We didn't have it on Austin Cameron earlier, so you're all right.
Yeah, you'll be all right. All right. You good?
I'm here. Check.
All right.
Yes,
So the the man with the plan, the man behind the ACO, the man that started it all, Philip Barnett, as we're reviewing the results of the day and potential results here. He wanted to ask if you're just starting to pre-print the winner's checks with the Hertz name on them instead of having to write it out every time.
Do you come with one loaded in your bag?
Yeah, actually, I went to the bank the other day and asked him that question. I got a book of them coming in right now. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I mean, they have been on fire, both of them, throughout the course of this whole season. And if it's not one, it's the other. And then when they get together with doubles, it tends to be both. But it's been interesting this year, or this Pro Series and frame game, to watch the reversal of fortune with Caleb and Isaac.
It has been, and I think you know, either one of those players can win the world title.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the question is now, which one's going to get it first in my mind?
Yeah.
And I think both of those two cats are going to win multiple titles in the course of their history.
The exact same thing. Exactly right.
Yeah.
How much room are they going to have in the case for the crown jewels?
Well, we both talk about that all the time, but you're also looking at some players out here. Doug Parker throwing a 153. Are you kidding me? He can win a world title, and he's throwing really good.
No
all
doubt
day.
about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, Philip, I think it's kind of funny. We started a new program, Upstage Cornhole, got us going with this. We talked about it on Taco, and they forwarded the progress for us, and we have this. You know, I think you've talked about it during the day where these
just
players,
a moment ago, that bounty.
Here's the funny thing about it. You know, Eric Heinerman and myself and Finn, we're all sitting around talking. We're driving in the car, or coming down here, and you were talking about how we don't believe anybody's going to be able to pull this off this year. And I did say that there's a chance, because with all these great players that it could happen.
But it's
but
never
the
happened
likelihood
before. It's never happened before.
It's probably not going to happen. And lo and behold, we almost lost it in day one before we even got the logo finished being designed for this idea.
Hey, well,
the logo's not even finished.
Well, you know, I asked Eric what his best throw was, and he said he was talking about a 138 and a 140. And the bag technology today, though, I predict somebody's going to do it, and they're going to do it this year in this Pro Series.
Yeah, well, what's interesting is that there's the exact opposite that could happen, that we don't get anybody that comes even close to that again this year. But I'm with you, though. The bag technology has made it easier for the players. It's more forgiving. And no, but still, the pressure mounts as it goes on. And again, it's just one bag. Well, you just have to miss one bag.
And that's what happened today with Parker in the 11th frame of 13. And I talked to him afterward, and he goes, honestly, when that bag went off the back, he goes, I was so relieved.
It did take pressure off of him.
And then he finished out. He held everything else out after that, but he said he was just very, very relieved, honestly. But, you know, Upstage Cornhole, I think it was Craig Irvin, our king, who was pitching those bags. And he only came 16 points shy from doing it himself with those Upstage bags. So
yeah, that's awesome. But no, it's and you know, talking about the bags, you guys are talking about it all the time, and it's exciting, guys. The industry, the people that have gotten involved with this, 50 companies are now. And matter of fact, we have B3 Cornhole is in the house here today, as well as IMF is.
Yeah.
So, these guys had the opportunity to come and promote themselves, sell their wares, their hats, their shirts. But I love having these 50 companies engage with us.
Great.
We've got an idea of this big tournament that's going to be announced coming out to Florida in June. So $20,000 guaranteed purse weekend.
Punta Gorda.
Yep. So all the details will be coming out here shortly. But
am I going to get another trip to Florida?
Oh, you are, man.
I love it, man. As long as it's not cold. Every time I come here, it's cold.
This is going to be a really good one, though, guys. I've already talked to 6 different bag manufacturers here. We got a special event that we're doing on a Thursday welcome bash. It's going to be really playing favoritism to our Top Gun 20 players. So much like we did with the Field of Dreams with our singles in the Corny 40, we're taking this tournament and kind of wrapping it around the celebration of our top doubles team. So this is going to be a fun tournament to announce. And, Philip, the thing about it is it's not indoors. It's going to be an outdoor
Ooh, those outdoor tournaments are fun.
In fact, it feels like I'm outdoors right now. The breeze is blowing. I must be oceanside right now.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah.
One day.
It's Tyler, and we were just talking about Tyler Amos. All of a sudden, Tyler, he's not doing anything flashy, but he's up 13-4, and we don't even know how he got there. I'm telling you.
Well, some people will probably say we should probably be paying more
Maybe
attention.
so, man.
I have been paying attention, and I still
Yeah.
can't figure it out.
That's right.
It's a sneaky lead.
Yeah,
what
he's
he's
sneaky,
pulled
very
off
sneaky.
here.
And this is game 1 right now,
Yeah,
right?
it's game 1.
Yes, it is. All right, a little time out there. Time to go down. Tyler doesn't even want to go down and take a look. He's happy with where he thinks he's sitting. Parker wants to go
He
down.
really can't do much after Doug throws his bag, though, so he's
Well, that's true. Since he has no bags left, I guess he
just
doesn't.
sit there and sip on his drink.
His go-go
I don't know. He could go down there and chirp in Douglas's ear. I think you should do this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You ever done that, Frank?
Yeah, are you kidding me? Have you met him? You know when he's talking trash, when his lips are moving.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Finn's just excited because I let him win a game
Yeah, there
today
it is.
against me.
He's been talking about it all afternoon, by the way, Frank.
Oh, yeah. And he's just going to stack it up. There's going to be 2 back off to Tyler right there. Yeah, we had a little exhibition game out here on center court, and I was up, I think,
A lot.
20 to not many, and won 21-20. So that's how it goes.
For a while, I wasn't even going to get a point on the board.
Yeah?
Like
Took him a
16-0 before I knew it.
Took him a minute.
That's the
to
way I played seniors today, Frank.
crack the egg.
Oh.
You know what, though? This whole Pro Series things, guys, I love this. I think the players are loving it. I think the fans are loving it. This thing is, I think, really quickly turned into something special.
I was telling, they had it on that TV sitting right over there on the other side of that pillar over there, and you could see the guys sitting around. All the players are sitting there watching that TV, trying to figure out where they stand to try to get into that top 16, and that's the interest that is garnered.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of things that we're going to be able to build around this, especially with some fantasy stuff, I think. I mean, because you come in here, imagine how you pick your little squad of 4 or 5 players to get out of the field.
Yeah.
Now, the frame game it's a neat thing. I'm glad that we brought it back around. It's something that we had years ago created, way that we used to seed and rank players. We actually used to put the frame game into the rankings.
Yeah.
Like you're earning major points. Those frame games went into a player's rankings.
I remember that, believe it or not.
Do you?
Yeah, I've been around that long, Frank.
Phil, that's hard to believe, man.
I have been. Yeah, I came on board with the first World's Championship at the first Tunica.
Yeah, Tunica.
Yeah. That's where I first met you down there.
You were down there too one time, I think, when didn't we run like a festival event or something down there too?
Yeah, absolutely. That was you were promoting the Worlds down there.
Is that where we were doing that
That's
weekend?
where I met you.
That was a fun weekend.
And Eric, that's when I beat Eric the first time. Look at him. He's not going to agree with that.
Yeah, I remember Eric talking about you on the ride home. You're like, that guy is never going to be able to throw a bag in the hole.
Well, he probably said that. I'm not going to disagree. It was one of those those summer humid nights there in Mississippi with all the mosquitoes and humidity.
Dude, you've really, over the years.
I was just getting ready to ask you guys if you thought fatigue might be setting in a little bit. I mean, because this is just punch,
20
counter
to
punch.
4, man.
Punch, counter punch, punch, counter punch. And I think Parker maybe just wants his game over so he can move
Starts
to try
the next
to take
one,
game
yeah.
number 2 because it's a best 2 or 3 here on center court. Doug threw that 153 out of 156 in the frame game. But Tyler threw a 142. So,
I can't do that with 8 bags, right?
Dude, I can't do it if you combine like 5 of my frame games.
I couldn't do it if you spotted me 138 points.
Hey, I was telling Finn, this Tyler Amos, you know, he's going to be a player to watch, man. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He is a good player.
And we also determined that he's Craig Irvin's stunt double.
You know what? I just was going to say that.
Look just like
they
him.
look just like each other. Or is it younger brother? But I'll tell you what, though, guys. I mean, I'm sure you've talked about it numerous times up here, but the talent level just keeps getting off the charts.
Crazy.
I mean,
oh boy, look at that thing. Golly. That was a rocket. Game 2, going to move along. 21 on 4. 21 on 4. So Tyler takes game number 1.
This Doug's going to take a quick run to the
facility.
Right around the corner.
The cell blocks over the convicts here in
There you
game number
go.
1 and a best of 3 to find out who will advance against Caleb Hurd in the finals here to find out who takes the big check. And I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to think that the Hurts are like Happy Gilmore, just loading all those giant checks in the trunk of their car.
no, they come traveling with a Brinks truck with them.
Ain't no lie.
They do.
You talk about the talent level, though, Frank. I was telling Finn earlier, you know, I go to try to make picks, and, you know, some of these majors, I can look at them, they're fairly easy.
Right.
I picked this field up here for this.
And you're like, where do I start?
Where do you start? You know, I mean, you got to go with the top players because they always seem to rise to the top.
Yep.
But there's always that one player that's going to step up and come out of nowhere. It's like, you know, I know how good this kid is. This kid can win tomorrow. This thing goes easy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just amazing. We lose 2 or 3 somewhere else, and we get 5 or 6 that are just as good coming in here.
No, man, it's it is so deep. And
Yes.
the fact that we've got 44 of these professional cornhole players in the house this weekend is huge.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, 44 competing for those 16 spots and competing and standing around biting their nails. I mean, I watched Isaac stand around and he was like trash talking, you know, to make sure that somebody didn't bounce him out of the top 16. I said, you do understand. Are you old enough to understand karma at 15? Do you understand karma? He did not. So
he's probably got some socks that says that, though.
yeah, karma probably does. But I'll tell you what. The pro zone looks great. I think everybody's getting a kick out of the whole thing. I think, you know, congratulations again to Maddie McBride for winning women's.
You first this time.
Tyler will start game 2, and we'll get ready to go. They exchange taters, but again, Maddie McBride takes women's. Again, Isaac Hurt takes juniors over top of, I think Brock Beasley.
Beasley and Austin Cameron third.
And then Johnny Thomas, the nemesis of my broadcast partner, takes down season 16 king.
Can we ban him, please?
Fergie.
He knocked me out last night, too, believe it or not.
Yep. He is definitely on a roll as Johnny Thomas. And again, this was a tournament last year where he, if I'm not mistaken, he showed well here in Panama City Beach last year, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he had a good finish in Enid with a chance to actually win the singles, too. I mean, he was rolling.
Oh, Johnny's there.
Yeah.
I mean, he can compete with anybody.
Absolutely.
So this brings my question then back around to you two. Now, talking about the depth of the talent pool and everybody that's here, who wins singles tomorrow? Who's it going to be? Now, I know you've already made your picks, but now that you've seen what you've seen, do you want to adjust?
I don't know.
Nice shot.
Let me tell you, I'm just going to mention some names real quick. You know, you got Craig Irvin sitting there. He could get hot again. Gary Ferguson. Someone may pick him up off the sidewalk, and he may come in and win again, you know. And Justin Duke, someone is another player that's in here that could come out of nowhere.
Had a very emotional win here last year, he and Parker.
There's a guy walking right there, Shane Fretwell.
Yeah.
Man, he's become a great player.
Beast on the boards, man.
Yeah. I mean, I picked Caleb Hurt because – I mean, that's the easy pick for me.
Yeah,
but, man.
And either of these two guys.
You know, DJ Long won several last year majors. I think he was in the hunt here. Matt Gammon. I just saw
Gammons.
him walk back.
Yep.
I mean, golly.
No, the
man.
list goes on and on, right?
I could just keep naming them off in a chase bucket. Yeah, it's been all over the boards. And I thought about him because I see his wife out there throwing in the blind draw still, you know? So, I mean, who you got, Frank?
You know, to answer your question, Finn, I think, you know what I'm going to say? And you've already said it, but I'm going to go with Caleb Hurd.
Yeah.
And here's my reasoning and logic with this, right? Right now, he's a little bit peeved that his brother's got three
that's
titles
possible.
under his belt.
Yeah.
So I think he has something to prove to the family, the Hurt family, this weekend. That Big Brother's not going anywhere.
You know,
and
it's
I see
interesting,
him maybe
though.
bringing this home title home.
You know where I see him? Right there
Hey,
sitting down, not warming
and guess
up.
what? I was just fixing to mention. I mention that all the time. These guys
Look at
sit
this.
around and they don't get up and warm up. And we saw it happen the first time right here last year.
Yes, we
Two
did.
guys were in the king seat sitting right there, and they sat the whole time on their phone and text and got the crap beat out of them twice, man.
Now, those guys weren't Caleb Hurd.
No. They weren't Caleb Hurd.
Yeah,
But
you could spin Caleb Hurd around a baseball bat 52 times and he'd still whip your ass 21-0.
I think you would see Caleb warming up or practicing if his game was off the last game, and it wasn't off.
No,
he's throwing strokes and he's throwing strikes, and so there's no reason to get over there and just tire yourself out, right?
Well, and that's I think because the winner of this game, fatigue will be an issue because they have no downtime.
Yeah.
We're going to run the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge to give them a little bit of a break.
A little break.
But I mean, Caleb will certainly have had plenty of time to kind of exhale and rebuild his strength and stamina.
And this isn't like a traditional king seat type of thing. They're not waiting that long here. You know, when you're playing in one of our big tournaments and a player is sitting, you're waiting for a couple hours to get back around to that player to come through. Here, it's
what
how
a
about
shot.
that shot?
How about that?
Here it's not. It's a single elimination, as everybody knows, and gets to him quicker.
Yeah, it's been really good. We've had some really good matches here. This one, and Tyler all of a sudden snuck out 5-0 again. You know,
very sneaky, and now he's 5-4.
Yeah,
Parker
that was a
picks
nice
up,
shot by Parker.
Picks up 4. We continue on, and if they split these, we'll go to the rubber match as OTT takes on OTT.
Well, you know, that's, the other thing about cornhole that I don't think people give it enough credit is how mentally draining it is out there.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, because again, your head has to be in every pitch, really.
Absolutely. It's just like any sport. You gotta be concentrating. Lose that concentrating for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you could be out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, you lose your focus for 2 or 3 frames, and that could be it. I mean,
Easy.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna go get ready for this Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge. So that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go tip back a Coldy too.
All right, if you haven't run by the bar, and if they have any more of these,
bring it on.
What the heck? Why not bring it?
Look, and even point.
That's right. Yeah, just tell them where you want it delivered. Right
there.
All right, Frank, here's the founder
thank you for doing this, Frank.
of the ACO, and a guy who was literally wearing many hats, and they're all backwards whenever he gets a chance to put one on. But the face of the organization, and honestly, I think what he has created and the innovation that continues and the fun, and I'll tell you this from knowing him personally and knowing him for as long as I have, is he just wants to make it better for the players. For the players. It's not a money grab. It's nothing but making it great for the players. And I would tell you, as I get later into the twilight of my career, those are the people that I want to be involved with because I've been part of that. Oh, what a shot. Nice shot
sick.
by Tyler.
That was sick.
I've been part of that. Remember the old thing with cheers? How's it going, Mr. What was it, Norm, when he come in, Mr. Peterson? It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear. You know, it's one of those. I've been in that. I don't like that. I'd much rather be around people that I enjoy, and this gives me that opportunity day in and day out. Oh, boy, and I think
he was trying to cut that bag to the right and see if he could get it to fall. But
it leaked out.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, though, remember, I mean, that board earlier, maybe 2 hours ago, much slicker than it
Yeah.
seems to be
It
now.
looks
That
like playing
bag
a
would
little
have
sticky,
shot.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that bag would have shot off the back.
That's
2
where Parker
hours
missed
ago.
his one bag earlier, right
Yes,
in
he
that
did.
same spot.
Yes, he did. And I wonder because the room has begun to empty out,
Yeah.
so the change in the humidity in
Absolutely.
the room, I don't know. You would think it would make it slicker, but, what do I know?
Some of the hot heads and hot air has gotten out of here.
That's right, yeah. It's up to us to hold down
We're doing all
the
that.
hot air for it, yeah. That's why we're not sitting under one of these canopy tents, because it would take off like a hot air balloon.
Absolutely. Don't do that. It will float away.
All right, so 5-on-4. Tyler Amos again holds a slimmest of leads here in Game 2 against Douglas Parker. Parker sporting that number 21 and the corny 40 on his jersey, 37 on Tyler Amos, who muscles a bag up through to the left center.
And Parker's in a little bit of a pickle here.
Yeah, he's stepping out just about a half step. Center his pitch pad coming in low.
It hung up on him.
It did, and there's not a lot of it over the hole, so this would be a curious bag. Just going to lay low to keep it from accidentally giving Doug a break.
He'll take those 2 points. Like I said, he's
Right
been
there.
sneaky. Just sneak 2 points here and 2 points there.
We talk about it all the time. It's you get them back one at a time, 2 at a time. But I don't know that I've ever seen such a striking example of that as what we're watching here with Tyler, and he's been doing that throughout the day. But we're thrilled to have you along for the ride. The ACO-PRO Series number 2 out of 10, 35 majors throughout the course of the season, and 10 of them incorporating these Pro Series events, with give our pros an opportunity to come be as competitive as they'd like to be in a frame game to qualify for a 16-shot bracket, in which we are coming to the end of. Caleb Hurd awaits the winner of this game in the championship, and we shall see in just a couple of hours probably who will be our Pro Series champion for the second time this season.
Maybe it won't take that long, but we will be here for the whole thing.
That's a good point. Now, and here's something else I'll tell you. We haven't talked about this, but at AmericanCornhole.com, when you qualify as one of those top 16, you get your own pro card, digital pro card that has your SCR score on there. And then every time you qualify in the top 16, we'll add a new coin or a new badge to it. And then at the end of the season, those are going to actually be printed out like baseball cards.
That's pretty cool.
For each of these
you
pros.
think we can get one of us for us? Me and you?
Yeah, as soon as we win something. But it's
Our digital
boy.
pro, hey.
And that could be a little bit of fatigue. Our man Galen Wood steps out and
Nice
pulls away
job,
that dirty
Galen.
bag, that dead bag.
Hey, got a round of applause from the OTT. Good.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I said. Could somebody please interpret that for me?
He's the only human who needs subtitles everywhere he
Yes,
goes.
sir.
Oh, God.
Fun at the old cornhole pit.
I will tell you this, though. I might be bringing an extra little cushion for my seat tomorrow.
Man, this one's a little rough. Isn't it?
I'm getting a little numb in the bum.
I'm telling you, we're going to have to start getting some comfortable chairs somewhere, because every week we get something that's a little rough.
I would tell you this. I don't think these seats were meant to be sat in as long as we sit in them.
No. we do some sitting.
I would tell you that I've done everything I can dietarily to make sure that I have as much cushion down below as possible.
Yeah, me too.
So these guys continue to slug it out. And we haven't commented about this. These bags look, obviously coming both out of OTT, they look a little bit similar when they get bunched up.
Yeah.
But, and we see that a lot. It's kind of nice to see some different designs, some brighter colors and things. But, with both of them coming out of the OTT think tank, it's not surprising that they have a similar look and feel. Nice opening bag there from Tyler Amos.
How about the OTT guy? He was telling me when he's going to Louisiana. This is a true story now. I was talking to him when I went to the Louisiana Major down there just to play.
Uh-huh.
And he said, man, my wife drove all the way down here, and guess what I've been doing? I said, well, I don't know. I guess sitting over here drinking. He said, no, man, I brought my sewing machine. I've been sewing up bags all the way here. Can you believe that? While he's riding.
I love it. Well, the commitment from the players and the manufacturers and the families and friends and fans, it's really over the top.
Parker.
Nice bag. How about that?
Parker said, I'm not going away that easy, Mr. Amos.
No, thank you. I'll go ahead and sneak a couple back on my own. Thank you
Yep.
very much. Appreciate you.
The way this game's going, we may have to tag out on bathroom breaks.
I think I'm seeing a new potential sponsor,
Yeah.
but it depends.
I got that. I don't know if a whole lot of people would.
Well, yeah, there's the people that we made all these 70s TV jokes for.
Oh, yeah.
They'll get it.
They'll get that one. That's for sure. I know my kids would. Look at it. There you go. I've been telling you for years.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and now Parker can pick up some more, Finn.
No, he nicely done there. He's taking advantage of the lane that's been given to him.
Let's see if Parker can finish up.
Don't think there's enough.
Oh,
boy,
and
that's exactly what he
that's
didn't
2
want to
points
do.
he's going to let get away.
Yeah, and he dropped one of Tyler's bags in the process.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh, look at that.
It's a 10-point wash, and Parker, man, knows he let 2 get away.
Well,
See his girl, Lisa Barber, there, throwing some words of encouragement up at him.
so here's a question for you.
Okay.
Parker, let's say, for the sake of this conversation, falls to Tyler Amos. Tyler moves on to play Caleb in the final. Which bag does he remember more? That one right there, where he had an easy 2 to pick up, or the one that flew off the back during the
You know
frame
what?
game?
Let me tell you something. Being completely honest, he's going to remember every bag that he didn't take
Is that
advantage
right?
of.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right here, not the pro, not the thing. He got what he wanted out of that. He got the number 1 seed,
Yeah.
which didn't really help him. He had to play Isaac Hurt first,
Right.
you know.
But it's brought him to this point. So,
Yeah.
but I do wonder which one, as a player, because I don't play at this level, but which one tends to stick around in your craw, as they say.
Well, when you're down 11-6, you know, you're sitting there thinking, man, I just got to crawl back, and you have an opportunity, let's say, 4 times to get 2 points. You know, that's 8 points. He's up all of a sudden. He's up 14-11.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you let those get away. That's the one that I tend to think about. I don't know, maybe somebody else might think different, but that's the ones I think about all the time. I relive those a lot.
Well, this has all the makings of a T-Bone Dawson versus T-Bone Dawson match.
It really has, and and we're not saying that to be mean or anything. We're
he
just saying
knows.
that it's like
Yeah. It's deliberate.
It is. It's bag in the hole. People can sit and watch that all day, and that's why we try to make it entertaining for you.
Yeah, you can
with
see
the
what's
pins
happening.
jokes.
Yeah, you can see what's happening
Yeah.
on the cameras. We're trying to fill in the blanks.
Absolutely.
I just
Oh,
I mean,
see, there we go.
And these players have been playing since 8 o'clock
Absolutely,
this morning.
absolutely.
8 o'clock. So we're going on 12 hours. 12 plus hours that they've been playing. And when they're not playing, they're warming up or they're looking for a place to pitch and stay warm.
Yeah.
That's a nice bag right
That
there.
may
He
need
caught
a
it-
rake right there. I'm
He
not sure.
caught it low. I don't know if they're going to
No.
ask for one or not. Doesn't look like it.
No.
Nothing's going to fall there. So
4 points for Mr. Parker, and it's 11-10.
11-10. All right.
Yeah.
So, but the stamina that it requires, I was just talking to a friend of mine who lives here in Panama City Beach, who came in just to watch, just to see what was going on and what was this all about. And we talked about the fact that, especially when we talk about our seniors, in your 60s and in your 70s, the stamina that it takes, but the stretching, the cardio, the mental focus, as you talked about so much of the game being mental, it is a perfect game for seniors. And when we were involved in the National Senior Games this year, and we will be again next year when they head to Pittsburgh, such a great time watching players up to the age of 102 getting out to play. They're not going to play golf anymore. They're not, there's not a lot of other sports that can be regular, swimming, but you have to have a pool or access to a pool. This anybody can do. You can set the boards up to a level, if you're not doing 27 feet, you're not doing 27 feet, but you can still enjoy the benefits, the health benefits of it.
I'm going to take this as a perfect example, and not to talk about myself, but I played basketball coming up, competitive softball for 20 years, and now here I am, a little older, and I found something I can
Little
do
bolder, sure.
that I enjoy, that I can still compete at.
Right.
You
And,
know,
the
it's
social
like-
nature of it, too. And it's not like, we talked about this a little bit, too, as these guys just continue to pound away at the center of the board. But, we're watching athletes and different people who used to host charity golf tournaments and
yeah.
now moving to cornhole because it's so much more social. You get out on a golf course and you spread out, and you're just with those players in your group or the one in front or behind you. This is a communal
Oh, my gosh.
opportunity. I see all your posts on social media, playing cornhole at the VFW tonight, 2 or 3 nights a week or whatever.
Absolutely.
And it's just a great opportunity to get together and extend that family.
And meet people, and we
Sure.
talk about that all the time. Doug Parker, he lives an hour and 15 minutes from me. I would have never known Doug Parker if
Sure.
it hadn't been for cornhole.
You talk about Russell Tabers.
Yeah, Russell.
A guy
same
that
way.
is almost like a godfather of cornhole to
is.
so many.
He's one of the most respected men in this game, and and I get to go travel with him, and
Oh, boy.
he got 3 out of a
Wow.
lucky roll, actually.
That was that was almost like a billiard shot,
Yeah.
using one bag to get to the other to make it fall.
I was having so much fun with the Pucketts out there. That's another family, Shane Fretwell, when I was limping on my knee in Knoxville 2 years ago, he come over and says, "Man, you want me to get your keys? Go get your car?" He was dead serious too, man. It was just a long walk down that hill there in Knoxville.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of people that play this game, in my opinion. You don't see, especially in the ACO, you don't see the people that
Yeah.
just keep to themselves or not friendly, and
Yeah.
Shirt of the day, by the way. Do you know who Marty Thomas is? Marty Thompson.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, he's from one of them Alabama contingents out there with Johnny Thomas. Them shirt of the day. Everybody's always asking him, "How you doing, seniors?" He's not old enough to be in the seniors. He said he's got the shirt that says, "I'm not a senior yet."
That's great. That's great.
Shirt of the day. And look at there's another great player just walking up, Mr. Sean Anderson.
Yeah, Sean Anderson, yeah.
Hey, that's a team right there. Looking at him and Cole
Yeah,
Whitehead.
Cole Whitehead, yeah.
Ooh, you don't want to face them in pool play tomorrow.
They're looking here. They're out here assessing and
Yeah,
talking strategy.
yeah. Good to see Sean back. He took a year off. He had a brand new baby. Good to see him back. He can ask a lot of people down in the Mississippi area who their favorite player is, and his name is going to come up.
Coming up quite a bit. Both these guys tossing the OTT bags, the convicts coming out of the paws of Doug Parker and the cell blocks. And it's interesting, you pointed this out earlier. Parker used the cell blocks in the frame game, but he switched to the convicts for the game.
Yeah, they must be playing on this board a little bit better.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could be playing any better, but
I got to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how much more better there is than what he did. That's nicely done here.
listen, the OTT guys love him watching all those OTT bags going in the hole. Man, you got more gadgets, You're the king of gadgets.
I got lots of screens. I don't know what's on any of them, but I want to. If there's anybody looking at us, I want it to look like we know what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Standing up here, drinking a cold beer, looking at my screens.
Calling
cornhole,
man. There you go, buddy.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, sir.
We got the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge coming up here between the end of this match and the beginning of the championship match, and that's an opportunity for us to we have the Hampton Farms Big Blind Challenge, and or they have the Big Blind Draw, which you come in, a typical blind draw tournament. But we thought that it was an opportunity just to take, one frame and see just how good some of these players are at their muscle memory and their rote blindfolded. So the big blind becomes the big blindfold, and we'll see just how good a couple of these players are in just a little while. So stay tuned for that here on the ACO YouTube channel. Continue to smash that subscribe button and hit that bell so that you can get notifications. Boy, he went up over top and he missed it. He missed it pretty badly.
Yeah,
actually.
he did. And now Tyler is 2 points away from moving on to face Caleb Hurt.
Sure is.
Who still has not gotten up. I know Frank and you don't agree with that, but let me tell you something. It's cold in this building right now, too. You see him, he's all wrapped up. And he's over there just sitting around talking away with Craig Irvin, and he has not gotten up yet. And it won't affect him the whole time because there's 2 out of 3.
Right.
But
Well,
it
we
could
shall
affect
see.
him in that first game.
He'll have a game to get warmed up in, and if he's able to take it, then so much the better for him. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting comparison because these guys are more than warmed up, no matter who it is that takes this game. Now they will have that blindfold challenge to take a moment just to hit the facility or grab a drink or whatever it is that they want to do. But I'll tell you something, they definitely are working an advantage being able to stay in their game and stay in that stroke. Tyler, boy, he comes in low on the board. So often it looks like it's going to hit short. Oh, up and over.
Nice shot right to the back. Let's see Tyler goes after it right here now.
Stuff.
Big lead. He's probably no risk here.
Oh, up and over. Oh.
He got his front bag to go.
Yeah.
He's okay with that.
Almost that piggyback shot. Oh, and another airmail attempt right over the top. Parker says, hey, it was worth a shot.
Well, think about it. Let me tell you something. When Parker made that one before that, he took his time a little bit.
Yeah.
He kind of rushed that one, I would think.
A little bit, yeah.
It looked like he rushed it.
He came on top of that one.
Yeah. Getting delivered another thing of water.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Barber doing a good job.
Keeping her man hydrated.
Absolutely. Tyler says, you drink, I'm going to put one right in the hole, all right? Or right in front of it anyway.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's interesting. We talk about the different styles of the pitches. I mean, very economical motion there. And I watch Tyler. He leans back. I don't know. He's the only player I know that leans back like that to assess his setup and his shot and then comes through. I don't know anybody
Riley
else.
Brewster, if you watch his front foot, he leans a little bit back.
I've seen people rock like that, but not lean back to the point like Tyler does. That's a nice bag right there to push through.
Yeah, you go back to those 2 points each time that Parker's missed. We got probably a 19 to 15, 19, 17 game, yeah. Parker with a Mississippi on the side of his jersey, and Tyler out of Missouri. Up in the Sykeston, Missouri area. Yeah, man, I got to spend a little bit of time with him in Dyersville, Iowa, and learned a few things about him. He's a good dude.
And, you know, he was all about those world championships in Branson.
Yeah.
Got to love that.
Heck yeah.
Sleep in his own bed if he wanted
Absolutely. You know, I'm stoked about Owensboro. That's almost like a home game as much as I've been traveling around this country.
It's a lot of travel, but it's a nice centrally located area for so many of the players throughout the country. And, again, if you're watching and you don't know that much about cornhole or you want to get more involved, AmericanCornhole.com. It's got your official rules, all the specs, all the everything you need, all the sanctioning information that you need from the ACO. But it also can connect you with a certified official in your area. You can hook up with some regional tournaments, start building a membership profile, build some points up, and you could find yourself on center court at the World Championships in Owensboro. You still have time to do it this season. If you and your buddy are the kings of the campground, or perhaps you're the, I don't know, top at the tailgate, whatever you want, what other alliterative ways to say this I can come up with. Come on, join us, bring it. That's all we say. Bring it. We want to see new games and new names on this center court. So come on out.
And Parker's trying to think whether he needs to run through this one, and I think he does.
Yeah, I think he does. There's no reason to risk an airmail when he can just clean it up.
There you go. That's exactly what he need to do, because if he don't and lays up short and Tyler throws one and drags it, game's over.
That's it.
Now Tyler can't win. Yeah. But he can just keep the score the same.
That's right. Live to fight another frame.
Yes,
there
sir.
it is.
Good job, Doug Parker, on that one.
21-4 was the score on that first game. I think Parker's surprised to only pull 4 out of there. But, again, he very, very methodically posted points, did Tyler Amos. Found himself up 21-4 on game 1. Caleb Hurt took down Riley Brewster 21-7 and 21-10.
Look, this is great. Mama.
I can't read the subtitles. What are you saying? OTT. OTT, you know me. Cell blocks and convicts, baby.
Look at that. You're gonna love this, man. When you get back from interpreting that. Miss Hurt heard me talking about Caleb sitting over, and guess what she sent him?
Are you mad? Are you mad at him? Both of us? Don't be mad at us. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. We're getting the Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah.
Are we out of the circle? We're out of the circle.
You no more pictures for you, man.
Oh boy.
Oh, and see, there's another opportunity that's going to be lost by Parker.
Boy, and that came in with some heat, but it just scattered there at the very end.
And now you get another opportunity to pick up two.
The window's left open.
Oh, he doesn't. But Tyler's got another bag, though.
Yeah.
I did not see the other bag.
Yeah. He did the best he could hope to do.
Let's see if he can get this bag. This is a fairly easy shot right here.
Yeah, he's throwing it. It's going to spin clockwise. He came in hard. Oh, boy. So close. So close. And it was coming in hot with a counterclockwise. It should have been able to grab it and push it, but he just a little bit more.
The 16, and all of a sudden, now go back and think about those 2 points that
it'd
got
be
away.
over.
Yeah,
it'd be over.
Yeah, we'd be going to the third game.
Yeah, we would.
We'd be looking for new material. I can hear those motorcycles still rolling out there, too.
I feel like we're at the airport.
Yeah.
When you hear that rumble go by, you think, oh, did a plane just come through here? Oh, man, these guys feel like they've been playing since noon.
I think they have been playing since noon. And bags fly at 8 o'clock for all these players in the morning,
Doors
too,
open
for pool play.
At 7. Doors open at 7 Central.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, how about
for
that?
reminding me.
Yeah, we'll be back. Well, I won't be here at that point because I'm not in the singles.
I got pool play at 8 o'clock for doubles.
I got pool play. It's got full of nice cool water. That's the pool play I'll be playing in.
No, that's right.
I didn't bring this Speedo all the way down here not to use it.
Oh, man. Don't scare me.
Come on. That's a true story. I did. I got one.
I threatened my buddies for years. I'm going to get me one of those Speedos and show up one of these days, and that's going to be the game in Parker. That's Parker.
Oh, boy.
They both got one bag left. Let's see what Parker.
Oh, boy.
I think if I was Parker, I'd take his second time out, go down and look, see if I have any options.
You get 2 per match.
Let's see what he does. He may shoot an airmail, try to drag a couple bags here.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, he got one. Hey, what he did with that, he made Tyler have to go in here.
Yep.
So,
if he spins it out to the side or comes up short, we've seen him come in low and miss it short. Oh,
there it is.
And he did it. That's going to do it right there. 21-16. And how about that? Tyler Amos takes down Doug Parker, who had the frame game of all frame games earlier. 153 out of potential 156 points. Doug Parker deserves a round of applause. That was nicely done. Well done there. And Tyler Amos, congratulations. And for all of your hard work, you now have the opportunity to run right into the buzzsaw known as number 1 seed Caleb Hurt. So we are going to do the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge here in just a little while, and then we're going to get our finals going live from the Lake Town Wharf here in the Event Center in Panama City Beach. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, with Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. We will be back, and you will have the best seats in the house for the finals and the Hampton Farms Big Blindfold Challenge coming up in just a few minutes on the ACO Digital Network.